where Julius Malema, the fiery and unyielding leader of the economic freedom fighters, had been lodged after a shocking turn of events. For days, political commentators speculated on the fate of the man who had become the country's most controversial figure. Inside those walls, Malema's world was a mixture of tension, anxiety, and reflection, a far cry from the rallies where he had once commanded thousands with his voice alone. But the nation had yet to witness the full reach of Mkhwanazi. Known only to the inner circles of power as a man who could make the impossible happen, Mkhwanazi was a figure shrouded in mystery. Some called him a kingmaker, others whispered of his influence over politicians, judges, and even law enforcement. And now, with Malema behind bars, Mkhwanazi had decided it was time to act. Late one night, in a private room lit only by a single lamp, Mkhwanazi convened a team of elite legal minds and strategists. Every detail was calculated. Bail applications were drafted with precision, loopholes meticulously examined. Messages were sent to high-ranking officials, each phrased with a subtlety that left room for plausible deniability. Even in the darkest corners of the political landscape, Mkhwanazi's presence was felt and feared. By the following morning, a flurry of activity surrounded the courthouse. Journalists, unaware of the unseen hand at work, speculated that Malema's release was near impossible. Yet, within hours, the unexpected unfolded. Mkhwanazi's lawyers arrived in a coordinated wave, presenting a bail application so airtight that even the prosecution appeared momentarily stunned. Every objection they raised was met with counterpoints, each more persuasive than the last. It was a performance of legal theater, executed with the confidence of someone who knew the system better than most who ran it. As the judge weighed the arguments, whispers rippled through the courtroom. Who had engineered such a flawless bail submission? How had someone managed to move the wheels of justice so quickly, so decisively? And then, the gavel fell. The court approved Malema's bail. A stunned silence was followed by chaos. Supporters rushed forward, reporters scrambled to record every moment, and cameras captured the scene of Malema emerging from the prison gates, flanked by Mkhwanazi aides and legal team. The streets outside became a scene of jubilation. Malema raised his hands in triumph, a grin crossing his face, as thousands of supporters erupted in cheers. Social media exploded within minutes, with trending hashtags praising Mkhwanazi's intervention and speculating on the backroom dealings that had made the rescue possible. Political analysts scrambled to understand what had just happened, while opposition figures expressed outrage, claiming that the episode revealed the disturbing influence of unchecked power in South Africa's legal system. Behind the public spectacle, however, Mkhwanazi's hand was invisible, moving silently through the corridors of power. Judges, lawyers, law enforcement officials all had been subtly persuaded, nudged, or reminded of the consequences of defiance. No one saw the conversations in private offices, the whispered calls late at night, the delicate balance of threat and persuasion that ensured Malema's swift release. In a brief statement outside the courthouse, Malema thanked Mkhwanazi, calling him a true friend and a master strategist, though he gave no indication of the depths of the maneuvering that had secured his freedom. Analysts were left to wonder how this alliance would reshape the political landscape. Would Mkhwanazi's intervention signal a new era of influence over national politics? Could any legal outcome in South Africa now truly be considered final? The story quickly spread beyond the country's borders. International media described the incident as a masterclass in political intervention, with some dubbing Mkhwanazi the ghost in the system. Yet within South Africa, reactions were polarized. Supporters saw a miraculous vindication for a political